Okay, geometry week 5, and thus begins our jaunt into geometric transformations. Our short, venture journey. And so let's all start with the hand movements. We have 4 transformations, and so put your hand up like this and show me a translation, like washing the window, translating. Doesn't turn, just moves. Then we have a rotation, rotate, rotate. Then we have, and you have to say it too. Then we have a reflection, reflect, flip, flip, reflection, reflection. And then the last one is a dilation. Size change, it's smaller. Same shape, just gets smaller. So those are the 4 transformations. And we see them all the time. We see them in other things like coding, science. Transformations show up all over the place, but we describe them with math, with geometry. The other thing is you should know the terminology. You see these two, we have 2 triangles. One is a translation of the other, and the one with the apostrophes is called the image. But we don't call them apostrophes, we call them primes. And the one without the primes is called the pre-image. Okay, so the pre-image is your before figure, and the image is your after figure. That makes sense, right? Think about someone's image in a movie, you know, after they transform. There you go. And so those little things are called primes. So A prime, B prime, C prime. That's triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. That is how you would say it. And so let's determine the translation from the pre-image to the image. So the blue is the pre-image. We can just take one pair of corresponding points and look at the movement between them. If I start at B down here, how many left, right, and how many up, down do I have to go to get to B prime? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to the right and 1, 2 up. That's it. We go 4 to the right and 2 up. That's all you got to do. Pick a pair of corresponding points. 4 to the right, 2 up. Okay, hold on. All right, draw the image of the quadrilateral ABCD under translation 1 unit to the right and 6 units up. This will not be a problem. We're just going to match up the coordinates. Check this out, you're gonna like this. And then we're just gonna go in the middle and we're gonna go boom, 1 to the right, 6 units up, which make it 7. There we go. There we go. Like this one. All right, so single transformation that applied to quadrilateral A, the pre-image, to get quadrilateral B, our image. I can see that is there a line of reflection I could draw between them? It definitely looks like I could draw a line of reflection between them. If that's the case, it's a reflection. But it kind of looked like a rotation, didn't it? Okay, so this is another way to describe a translation. So we can say take each x and subtract 6 from it. Take each y and subtract 7 from it. And what does that mean? That means 6 to the left and 7 down. That's what that means. Go 6 left, 7 down, right there. Make sense? not posted in the organizer. Now this one, they gave me the image and they gave me the pre-image and they're asking me for the translation. This will not be a problem. I will figure that out. So if we start at -3, 1, and we're going to 1, 5, in what vertical direction am I moving to get from 1 to 5? I am plussing by 4. I'm adding 4. I'm going up 4. And how about from -3 to 1? That also requires adding 4. So this means 4 to the right because it's talking about the x's, adding. And this means 4 up. So it's 4 right, 4 up. 4 right, and 4 up. And with that, I think, is that quiz 2? Oh, that was quiz 1. I just got so excited. All right. So let's keep going. Let's do quiz 2. And this is going to include rotations. 11, 15 minutes. We'll see about that. All right. So now we're talking about rotation. So we're turning around a center. So we got our pre-image and the image, and they're all going around a center of rotation. So let's write that down. Some rotation information. Rotation information. Rotations occur around center. Clockwise is a positive rotation. So they go in a certain direction. Clockwise or counterclockwise. And counterclockwise is negative. Magnitude. So rotation go magnitude, in degrees, like you can rotate 45 degrees, 360 degrees. You can even rotate 720 degrees, because you're just going around in a circle. So maybe you go around more than once. So how do we find that angle of rotation? What we do is we draw, maybe I'll type this out. To find the angle of rotation, draw a line from the pre-image to the center and another from the image to the center. Write that out. It will serve you well. All right, so this angle is going to just show up. We see that the center is 0, 0. It says that right there. So we draw a line, and do you see, it looks like we have a right angle. So that's a 90-degree angle. And which direction are we going? We're going this way, which is that clockwise or counterclockwise? That is clockwise. Look at the clock. See direction. If you didn't know. So clockwise goes around like this, and counterclockwise goes the other way. So that's a -90 degrees. -90 degrees. Or we could say, going the other way. Miss Field, wait, couldn't we go that way? Yes, we could. What would that be? That would be 270 counterclockwise. So it's either 90 degrees clockwise or 270 counterclockwise. And I see that right there. 180 is just 180. Only one thing. Which figure is the image of R? So there's R, 90 degrees clockwise. So about the origin. So I'm going to draw my line, and then if I'm going 90 degrees clockwise, that would be in this direction to the left in this case. And so which point can I draw to make my right angle? It looks like C, because if I draw it to D, then that segment is longer than my segment R to the center. So that's the other thing, is these segments should be congruent. And so it's C. I can see that because it makes my angle. Okay. The point A prime is the image of point A under a rotation about the point P. And so if we draw, look at that, it's in a straight line. And what is the measure of a straight line? 180. We know that. Point P was rotated 90 degrees clockwise about the center. Okay. Point P, 90 degrees clockwise. So again, look at that. Boom. Like Spider-Man. It's got to be A, because you see the right angle there in the clockwise direction. Moving on. Quadrilateral A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime is the image of quadrilateral ABCD under a rotation about the origin 0, 0. Looks like 180. But let's draw a line from our pre-image to center and image to center. And we see the straight line, do we not? It's 180. All right, now you try. Hopefully that simplifies rotations for you and translations. And then next week, I believe we'll do reflections and dilations, and that'll be a wrap.